Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Assalamualaikum and good day to you, Dr. Hasiza and Dr. Nur Armina. My name is Muhammad Azim Safwan, and today I want to explain the coding of our mini project for NMJ21403 Object-Oriented Programming. Okay, for the first class, which is main menu.java, this class are used to assemble the other class method and constructor in a linear way, which easy to look at. Okay, so first we declare the variable to use in the main menu class, and then we will start with the first input. This first input will allow the user to choose either one or two options. If the user choose the other option which is not allowed, then the while loop will add up and loop back to only allow those two options to be chosen. Okay, so after that we will use switch to choose which the program will go. If the user choose 2, then the program will break exit the program. But if the user choose 1, then it will enter case 1. Okay, for the case 1, then instead we will enter a do while function again. This do while function is to allow the user to repeat and do it again without need to go to the first menu. Okay, the first the counter is a character .java class. Okay, inside the character Java class, we will have a constructor, an empty constructor, and a constructor with value. And then we will have setter, getter, and a class for input with output. We also in this class is a character frame class that not class, method that allow the program to view certain image for the user to see. Okay, that's all for my part.
Assalamualaikum Dr. Aziza. My name is Muhammad Syafiq Saleh bin Osman Saleh. I will present about the skill class and the weapon class. Okay, first and foremost, we declare a class named skill, and we declare the variable skill as sk. This is for choosing 4 different types of skill. Okay, and then we declare the empty constructor followed by empty constructor with no value, and then we declare constructor with value. And then in this line we put a setter for the skill and the getter to return the skill. And then in this line we declare the input for the skill. Okay, and then after that we followed by the switch case. So in this case, if I choose case 1, so it will agree with this and then stop, and then it will come out for case 1. Okay, for this line we declare private void for skill frame. This is to produce the frame for the output to come out. So this is to call the label from here. This is to call label from the J label here above here, J label. And then in this line we set the image for each label here, and then we set the bounds for each label for the frame, and then this is to call the label from the J label, but this one is only for the text. Alright, and then we set the bounds for the frame. Okay, for this line here, we add, this is to add the labels into the frame. If not, there will be nothing on the frame. Okay, for this line is to set the properties for the window frame as shown here. Okay, this is to exit. Okay, next for weapon, this is the same as the skill class. So first and foremost, we declare the public class for weapon. We declare the variable for weapon is SWEA, and then empty constructor with no value, and then constructor with value here, and then we put a setter here to set for the weapons, and then getter to get the to return the value of the weapon set. Okay, here this is for to put the input. This is the switch case is the same as before. I choose case 1 and then it will agree and it will stop. Okay, for this one is also the same. This is to produce the frame for all the weapon as the same as for the previous class. And finally, this is to exit. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ali Bishadi. Have a good day to Dr. Hafizah and Dr. Nurina. So for my part is I will explain about info class and an overview class. But for firstly, I will explain about info class. So in this class, we just declare a public class, info extend overview. So we declare a private integer for the ST, ST1, ST2, and ST3. Okay. In this coding, we just set for the integer. Okay. Same with this. In ST1, we declare for integer 1, and ST2, integer 2, ST3 is integer 3. Alright. For this part, we just set for the value of ST1 is HT, ST2 is STR, and ST3 STD for speed. So, and setter will go to getter, so the getter is will use to get the value. So this coding is for the return the value. Return this dot st1, st2 or st3. It based on what the user choose in our program. So for the last part of this class is we just declare a public void input info, so the scanner will scan the input that the user choose, such as if a user choose 3, it will get a SPD, choose 2 SDR, and choose 1 HP. So this is what we just make a coding in this info class. So for this overview, so in this overview we just declare a private integer for the OB char, OB skill, OB whip, OB HP, OB SDR, OB SPD. So for the first overview is we just declare OBI 0, and the OB char is OB chara for the OB character for integer. So in this overview class, we just want to call all of what a user choose before, and it will just set the value, and it will get the value of the other class, and it will show. So in this output, it will be and in this coding we just do a switch case for to declare of before this for the other class, same as for the below. So in this display, it will we just set a text, and it will show image label, status label, and edit label. So in this class, we just can edit, and if we call before the what will the user choose before this. So thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. My name is Amir Hamzah bin Azizi. Okay, for my part, I will explain the output for the coding. As we can see before this, my fellow friend has explained the detail of coding. So I will run the code and show the output. Okay, first we need to run first, and then it will pop up first for a choice, create your game character or quit. So we choose one, and then it will show up the picture of the character and the selection, the choice. So we take which one do you prefer? So we take 3 for a Pendragon. Okay, for next selection, it will display skills for the character. We can choose the skills, either combat, gunslinger, wizard, or healer. So let's see, we choose healer. Yeah. Okay, then for the next part, it will show the type of weapon. I have a sword, gun, knife, or whip. So we choose one. So we go for a sword. And then for the last, we have to set the character stats, which mean the strength, speed, and health. HP for health, STR for strength, and SPD for speed. So let's say we limit to for a 5 point here. So we choose one, and it will top up at the HP. We choose 2, it will top up at the it will add point at the strength, and it will choose, if we choose 3, it will add a point at the speed. So we have 2 more left. This we proceed. If you want to more health, just press 1. More speed, just press 2. It will display the character that we choose. Pendragon, and character skill healer, and character weapon, which is sword. And this is character state. The health is 2, the strength is 2, and speed is 1, which means speed is the weakest point for this character. So next, we have choose the Pendragon as a character using sword as a weapon and healer as a skill. If we want to continue, we can press Y, and it will loop to the starting point which means select the character. I think that's all for my parts. Thank you.